Please welcome to the stage co-host of Rise, Casey Lau.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Breakout Startups Day 2. My name is Casey Lau, and I'm the co-host of Rise, which, as a lot of you should know by now, is the Web Summit's Asia conference. Breakout Startups will be brought to you in two parts. In the morning, we'll showcase the very best and brightest of seed companies. And then in the afternoon, we'll be meeting the most rapidly scaling growth companies. Are these the startups that everyone will be talking about in 2019? Dozens of the world's leading startup investors think so. So each morning and lunchtime on center stage, you'll get to see and hear from some of the world's most exciting early and growth stage companies. Each of these startups have been hand-selected by a long list of the world's most successful investors. So you're in for a treat. They're backstage right now, and their stories are really worth hearing. So there's a lot to cover, so let's get started. First up, we have Edumi. Edumi are making learning easy. They are a micro-learning platform for the modern company. To fill you in, please welcome to the stage, all the way from their headquarters in London, the CEO and co-founder, Jacob Waern.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacob Byrne. I'm the founder and CEO of Edumi, a mobile-first training platform. The world around us is changing, and it's changing fast. By 2020, 50% of the global workforce is going to be mobile. By 2020, 50% of the workforce is going to be made up of millennials, which grows to 75% by 2030. And the way that we communicate and the way that we inform ourselves is increasingly through our mobile phones. And I can see, looking out into the audience, that a lot of you are doing that right now as well. What hasn't caught up with this seismic shift in how we work is workplace learning. Why does it have to be so clunky, so boring, and inaccessible? I'm sure everyone has had an experience with this. Now we say it's time to change that. Edumi is a mobile-first, micro-learning communication platform. We make it super easy to create effective learning content. Anyone here could do it. Reach people at their point of need through short, snappy updates, and connect it back to your business results, which, at the end of the day, is what it's all about. Speaking of results, we announced a fundraising round this morning, along with an expanded partnership with Uber UK and Germany being the last two markets to start using the Edumi platform. What Uber has found is that we have reduced onboarding times, increased productivity, improved quality, whilst reducing cost and time invested. And I think that's what it's all about for us. Make learning easy, accessible, deliver results. That is the future of workforce training. Thank you very much.
Next, we have Octi. This is an augmented video company leveraging machine learning and computer vision to make your world more interactive. Representing Octi, please welcome to the stage the CEO, Justin Fuisz.
Good morning, everyone. At Octi, what we're focusing on is bridging the physical and digital world using neural networks and machine learning. What we've done is we've created several new technologies to fully understand humans and their movement just using a smartphone camera. And what this allows you to do is understand their size, their force, and now everything is possible within AR space. This new paradigm that we create allows the digital AR body effects. It allows you to change who you are. It allows you to change what you are. And what we've done is assembled this all into a seamless social AR platform.
Introducing Octi, a mobile platform which allows groups of people to interact with an AR space. Crafting their AR profiles through interactive widgets attached to your visual signature. Octi widgets and effects appear anytime your friends look at you through the Octi AI camera. Octi's sophisticated AI camera lets you form an Octiverse with you and your friends by selecting interactive AR widgets or AR body effects to pin on yourself and the people around you. Things like relationship status, music, your best friends, or anything else fun that you want the world to know. What makes Octi so special is that the AI camera can interpret your visual signature, allowing your AR widgets to appear for anyone through the Octi camera. Octi will create the world's first, fully AR universe that is always interactive, always changing, and always incredibly fun. It's not magic, it's Octi.
Cool. So what we've really done is we've turned your phone into this window, into a new digital universe. We're using human understanding to actually have persistence across devices. So now my phone understands who someone is, and someone else sees the same thing. So we're able to sort of interact through these AR effects that we can put on individuals, and people can put on their friends and things like that. So it's a really exciting time, and we're very excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Next up, we have Level 5. Level 5 create high-resolution maps for autonomous vehicles and robots using computer vision. Intrigued? Let's find out more. Please welcome to the stage Andrew Kouri, CEO and co-founder.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I'm the CEO of Level 5. And this morning, I took an Uber here. Now, my driver, Manuel, was very fastidiously following his sat-nav, his GPS. And when the GPS told him to turn right, he turned right. So we ended up down a one-way road, this narrow Lisbon road, cobblestones and everything. And about 2 seconds going down that road, Manuel realized that he was going the wrong way. So rather than stop and turn around like a normal driver would, Manuel just decided to floor it and hope that no one else would come in the road before we exited. So this event is not in isolation. Earlier this year, another Uber event happened where in Tempe, Arizona, a self-driving car struck and killed a cyclist. And what happened was there was a safety driver in the car who was not paying attention. And further, there was an error in the HD map which caused the perception system to ignore the cyclists and filter it out. So the reason why I'm telling you these two stories is that an error in a map for a regular map, like a map that you and I use to get from A to B, can mean maybe an inconvenience. But an error in a map for an autonomous vehicle can literally be the difference between life and death. So my company, Level 5, uses computer vision and deep learning algorithms to crowdsource changes to maps so that we can keep these maps up to date for self-driving cars in the future. And what we do is we use the crowd to mount their phone on the dashboard and record everything that's going on the road. And so our algorithms detect things like traffic lights, other cars, parking spaces, pretty much everything on the road. And then we aggregate all this information on the server and combine it into a 3D map, an HD map that an autonomous car can use to understand what it's going to see before it actually gets there. So you can help us. You can download our app. It's called Paver. And you can map out your commute so that in the future, when a self-driving car goes down your road, it's safe and reliable. Thank you.
All right, now we have Vantic. Vantic is doing very interesting things in the pension tech space from their headquarters in Germany. Please welcome founder and CEO, Lara Haemmerle.
Hi, everyone. I'm a co-founder and CPO, actually, of Vantic. And we're building the first retirement savings account for the independent, as we like to say. Now, about a year ago, I turned 26. And because my parents have been nagging me and I have heard it every single day in the news, I said, oh, it's time to think about what are you going to do about your retirement savings. Now, I went ahead and did what, let's say, every person with little to no financial knowledge would do. I went ahead and Googled it. And what I found was insane. What I found were products that all felt like I was going to sign a deal with the devil in person. Products that give me no to little return. Products that have nothing to do with the way I want to live my life today. So I dug a little bit deeper, and what I found was 25%. 25% is the likelihood of my generation to end up poor when old. 25% millennials. Now, we went ahead and thought, how are we going to turn this around? What's the one thing that helps you to build up a certain amount of money before retirement? Well, it's invest early. So we went ahead and we started building a savings account, but a savings account tailored to retirement. A savings account that lets you open an account in 10 minutes, fully digital. A savings account that is flexible, a savings account that is understandable for people like me who not just go ahead and invest their money by themselves. And most and foremost, a savings account that gives you, in a low-interest environment, a decent return and secures your contribution so you are safe. You know, whatever happens, when I retire, I will have at least what I paid in. Now we've launched our private beta in April last year. We have about a couple hundred customers actively saving with us. We have almost 9K on our waiting list, loving what we do, waiting for us to let them in, and we're launching publicly in January next year. Thank you.
The next founder to Seed Summit represents Fuisz Technologies. Fuisz Technologies offers advanced wireless technology for tracking and monitoring assets for industrial, IoT, and logistics. Joining us from headquarters in the US, please welcome Elad Gottlib from Fuisz Tech.
Thank you, everybody. We started Fuisz Technologies with the goal of bringing industrial assets online. And what we realized that the biggest challenge still slowing the industrial IoT is that it's really hard to get data from things in the ground to the cloud. Once you're in the cloud, you're in analytics heaven. The problem was that solutions out there use technologies that are designed for other things. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, cellular, all great technologies, but they're not designed to solve this problem. So at Fuisz, we decided to start and design a technology from the ground up. We started with a very small battery-operated tag that is designed to be mounted to any industrial asset. That tag can communicate over a network, which is a very long-range wireless network with a kilometer range. It allows you to basically cover any industrial asset with very little infrastructure. But just long range is not sufficient. Scale is important. So every base station is designed to support up to 100,000 tags to really take the scale and capacity question out of the equation. With long battery life of 10 years, with real-time communication 24/7, we think it's critical for anything to be able to scale. And this is part of our proprietary protocol. And one of the features we're very excited about is GPS-free location. So aside from temperature, shock, vibration, and all these other parameters we send, we can really pinpoint the location of any asset without the use of GPS. So it works indoors where GPS doesn't work, as well as works obviously outdoors without the GPS using a lot of battery. Security is very important. We believe that the data must be trusted to be useful. Everything is cryptographically authenticated. Every piece of data that you get, is real and hasn't been spoofed. And all the information, all the infrastructure is shared. Every Fuisz tag can talk to any Fuisz infrastructure point, no matter where you are in the world. So this is the story of Fuisz, and our goal is basically to bring all industrial assets online. Thank you.
In a moment, we're going to welcome to the stage Jan Rezab. Jan is the co-founder of Time is Limited. Social Bakers is the leading AI-powered social media marketing platform with a headquarters in the Czech Republic. We'll let Jan explain more. Please welcome Jan.
Hi, I'm Jan Rezab. I'm founder and CEO of Time is Limited. Time is Limited is a productivity analytics platform that helps big companies and big teams optimize what they do. As I was building my last company, and we built it from 4 to 400 people, it was challenging to understand how, when a company grows, to understand the productivity. So when you have 4 people in a room, when you have 20 people in a room, you can talk to them, you can see them, you can still understand. But when you have 100 or 200 people, you kind of can't do that. And every company has a sense of a heartbeat. And when I went to talk to my friends at big companies and said, are you having issues when you have very big teams with this productivity? They said, absolutely, Jan. You know, they laughed at me and said, this is a problem that every one of these big companies have. And I thought to myself, you know, I really want to fix it. And we look today, and you look at the internet, and there's a bunch of productivity tips, productivity hacks, and loads of productivity software that we use every single day. But the problem is, we don't actually know what it's doing to big companies. And when I talk to my friends at some of these big corporates and big startups, and they tell me what's actually going on, it's really interesting that they don't really know what's happening with their bigger teams. So we look at, for example, metrics. We look at and download calendar data of the entire organization and try and understand metrics of what's going on. And one of the metrics we measure is decline rates. So if a team declines a lot of meetings, we see that as a sign of health. You know, they're not afraid to decline a set of meetings. So if you're interested in measuring time, and we think time will be the next big KPI to measure, we think it's heavily underestimated, let us know. Contact me at jan@timeisltd.com, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Next to the stage is Labelbox. Labelbox is a collaborative annotation platform for artificial intelligence applications with a headquarters in San Francisco. To tell us more, please welcome founder Manu Sharma.
Over the last few years, we have seen unprecedented growth and adoption of AI in businesses. In fact, most of you here are already using AI or plan to use AI in your products and services. Now, we all want AI to make right decisions at all times. And the best way that we know to build performant AI is by creating huge amount of training data and use it to train neural networks and do it over and over again. Now, training data is rapidly becoming the new institutional knowledge. And it is the need for tools and infrastructure to ensure that the right information is used to train these AI systems is inevitable. Building AI applications is hard and expensive, and largely because most AI teams today, they are reinventing the wheel by building lots of tools and infrastructure to create and manage training data. For example, if you are applying modern computer vision techniques, you are likely have built many tools to annotate and verify labeled images. Labelbox is a collaborative annotation platform that brings data labeling, data management, and data science in a single place. Labelbox is only about 9 months old, but it is already used by many teams around the world, small and large, from early-stage startups to Fortune 500 companies. Many of these companies are building AI applications to detect defects in solar panels, detect tumors in medical imagery, handle insurance claims, and even suggest the next fashion dress for you to buy. AI applications are endless, and it's all happening now. If you're building AI applications, especially computer vision, don't reinvent the wheel. Focus on delivering customer value, and try Labelbox for free at labelbox.com. Thank you.
In a second, we're going to hear from Dhruv Ghulati, the London-based co-founder and CEO of Factmata. Factmata is an artificial intelligence for automated content scoring and verification. Let's please welcome Dhruv.
Hello, everyone. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Factmata, and my name is Dhruv Ghulati. We've all seen in the past year how fake news has completely eroded trust in online platforms, advertising, PR, and more. Today, we don't even know if a product review is real or not. Advertisers are clueless as to where their ads may be placed, and platforms are blind as to the content that may be uploaded into their platforms. And this is difficult because language is changing all the time, and not everyone has the critical expertise to be able to judge content in the right way. At Factmata, we are building the real-time multi-factor rating system on the multiple pieces of content going through our networks every second. We have gained the capability to judge the credibility, quality, safety, and reliability of online content. So how do we do this? By using experts to continuously judge the credibility of online content in the way that it is framed and written. We've grown a 2,500 expert community, ranging from advocacy groups who can find subtle microaggressions in content, to scientists who can judge the evidence available in any scientific article. These factors have never been done before, including biased framing, hyperbole, offensiveness, and even logical fallacies in online content. So when the internet was first starting out in the early 1990s, no one thought that email spam was going to be a big problem. Then, in 2003, 80% of all inbound ISP traffic was email spam. And today, around 50% of it is email spam, and we're still battling it. I believe that improving trust and understanding the quality of online content is going to be an unfathomable new opportunity. And it's going to transform industries from advertising, PR, and more. Thank you, and join us and help us rebuild trust in the internet. Thank you.
That way. Now get ready to learn about Move.ai. Our next speaker and his team in London are doing very cool things in building an operating system for autonomous robots. Let's hear it for Limor, Schweitzer, the co-founder of Move.ai.
Android is the operating system that runs on billions of handsets around the world. But there is no equivalent Android for robots. Instead, each company is developing its own software for robots at a great cost and risk. Move.ai aims to change this by providing a foundation software that will ease the deployment of robotics around the world. The industrial robotics market is estimated at around $16 billion. And the growing segment within the industrial robots is collaborative robots. Collaborative robots are robotic arms and autonomous logistics vehicles that work among people by using artificial intelligence to understand the environment. And there are new cobot companies that are emerging every other week, new products. But the market is right now being overflooded by cheap hardware. And therefore, software is becoming the differentiator. Now, to develop a cobot, you need 10 developers, that specialize in robotics. And this is quite expensive. And then you need to support the software for many years. And this is not necessarily within the core DNA of some of the engineering companies. So the software being the differentiator is also something that can hurdle the market. What we do at Move AI is we provide a framework for software that builds on top of the available open source commercial viable development environment and allows a lot of companies to come into the market and provide new modern robotic automation to millions of businesses around the world. We are a company of 12. We recently raised $3 million from VC. We're based primarily in Portugal, and we're rapidly growing. If you're an investor or a potential partner or an engineer willing to relocate to Lisbon with the appropriate skills, please come and talk to me. Our vision is to have Move AI running in millions of robots across the world. Thank you.
Next to the stage is Fenton & Company. Fenton & Company is a London-based platform for engagement rings. To tell us more, please welcome founder Laura Lambert.
Hi, good morning. I'm Laura Lambert, and I'm the co-founder of Fenton & Co. Has anyone in this room ever bought a diamond ring? Have you ever wondered why it had to be a diamond and why diamonds are so expensive to begin with? Here's why. The notion that diamonds are rare, valuable, and therefore worthy of high social esteem has been almost entirely perpetuated by the De Beers Group, with charming slogans such as, "Remember, her friends are silently judging you." De Beers managed to create demand for their product by stockpiling diamonds and controlling the supply chain end to end. This drove a high increase in prices, and they also simultaneously perpetuated the notion that you need to spend a minimum of 3 months' salary on this purchase. De Beers may no longer have a monopoly, but their legacy remains. The global diamond jewelry market is worth over $80 billion annually, and the largest portion of that is bridal and engagement. This is one of the single biggest and most emotional purchases that most customers make at this point in their life, and yet it's remained entirely uninterrupted since the "A diamond is forever" slogan was first coined in 1947. We are Fenton & Co., and we're here to try and change that. We believe that every product that we sell should be beautiful, affordable, and by transparent, we don't mean the rock, we mean that our supply chain is transparent. So what does that actually mean? We operate fair production. This means that I have personally visited every single factory that we use for manufacturing. I've seen the conditions and that they're safe, that men and women are paid equal wage, and that they have equal chance for promotion. We use conflict-free gemstones and recycled metals. What do I mean by affordable? We operate fair pricing. Our rings start at just £950, and we offer rubies, sapphires, emeralds, the 3 precious gemstones, as well as aquamarines. Just to give you an idea, we are able to undercut the average UK retailer by 3 to 5x by going right down the supply chain back to the countries of origin and purchasing our gemstones there. And what do I mean by beautiful? Well, beauty is, of course, in the eye of the beholder, and so it's very important that every customer is involved in the design process of their ring and that that feels personal. Our rings are made to order in an average of 4 weeks and are all supervised by our expert manufacturing team who have over 30 years' experience. We have 5 designs that can be customized to over 5,000 end products, and I have run out of time, so all I'm going to say is we launched 2 weeks ago. We are an all-female founding team with a round led by Mustard Seed. Please come and check us out. Thank you so much. Oops, stage.
All right. For our final startup on the stage this morning, we're welcoming Hype Labs. Hype Labs are a San Francisco-based startup with a Portuguese heritage. Carlos Ley will tell us all. Please welcome Carlos.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carlos, and I'm one of the founders of Hype Labs. At Hype Labs, we develop software that allows any device to connect, even without internet. Since we started, we're seeing hundreds of new use cases where people and developers are using our technology. From mobile apps, such as Tube Shots, that allow commuters on the London Tube to connect, even completely offline. From autonomous drone deliveries, where we're helping the drones to communicate to each other, avoiding collisions in the air. And also to massive IoT integrations, where we're helping big companies such as Ericsson save millions in infrastructure costs. What we do is we make the devices the infrastructure itself. However, the more and more devices we connect on our mesh networks, the more we start realizing one thing. Everyone likes to use the network when they need to exchange data. However, not everyone is keen in contributing to the network itself. We looked at this problem and we tried to find a solution. We looked into blockchain, maybe try to build an incentivized economy. However, we found some problems. Even though blockchain applications on IoT are highly anticipated, the reality is these devices are actually pretty dumb. They lack the crypto capabilities. Also, for blockchain to run on IoT, connectivity is required. And even though a stable connection is usually be taken as a given, the reality is there's massive, massive problems of scale today, and it's still very expensive to connect the next billion connected things. So we see this as an opportunity. And today, I'm happy to announce to you what we've been working on, the Hype Open Protocol. The Hype Open Protocol is a platform that enables devices to connect and trade services and goods, bringing the capabilities of any blockchain into any device, even without internet. I repeat, it brings the capabilities of any blockchain protocol to any device, even without internet. We're pretty excited about this, and we're not alone. For the last few months, we've been building huge partnerships with some of the leaders in the market, a list that is going to keep on growing and growing for the next weeks. So because I'm running out of time, I'd like to invite all of you, if you're interested, to visit our website, read more information, or even better, just come and meet me after the speech. I'll be around. Thank you very much.
All right, that's it for this morning's Breakup Startups. Let's give them all a round of applause. Great job, everybody out there, for not staying out too late last night and being here early this morning, and also you as well. So we'll be back here at lunchtime with some of the most promising growth stage companies. But I'm going to encourage you to hold on to your seats because we're about to kick off Web Summit right after this. So see you later.